Alright everybody, let me just turn down the music a touch. Right, hopefully that's perfectly loud enough for you guys behind me. Sorry for being late. I am exactly an hour late from when I had planned to stream this, which that just seems like a streamer thing, but in my case it was because I went to the gym, lost track of time, got back, showered, and then was like, oh, it's 12:30, I need to do some stuff. But ignoring that, this is Wolverhampton Wanderers Race to Glory. So my plan with this save is to essentially try my best to win a big trophy. So be that, let's say, the FA Cup, the Europa League, something that's like something that you would consider a big deal for Wolves to win. For example, Wolves have not won a big trophy in a long time. So in the club background, as you can see here, we've won 3 English Premier Divisions, but this was back in the 60s? Yeah, 50s. We came runner-up in the 60s once, and then we third placed in the 60s again, and we've not won anything since. We came a runner-up in the Europa League in the 70s. We've not won an FA Cup since the 60s. We won the Championship back in 2018 when we got promoted. We've not won the Carabao Cup since the 80s. We've not won League 1 since we were in it. Community Shield, not won the 60s. League 2, we've not won it since the 80s. Like, we've not really won anything since the 80s, and that was a long time ago now. As you can imagine, it's 2023 in this save, so that means it's been 64 years since we've won a trophy in the Premier League. As a Fox, are you allowed here? Listen, Red. Leicester are currently in the Champions League. Sorry, in the championship, in the save. They've not been promoted yet, obviously, I don't think. This is from the start of this year. So yeah, they're not here. So you can be here if you want. Thanks for the resubscription. But if we go down into the championship, Leicester, there they are, with Birmingham. Who do you guys still have in your squad? Did you lose anyone? Oh, you have Connor Cody, our former player. Did we sell him to you? Oh, we sold him to I don't know. We sold him to you for 7.5 million, looks like. Anyone else in here I recognize? Jamie Vardy's obviously still there at 36. Not bad. Danny Ward is there. Wilfred Ndidi is there. Yeah. The Baggies and Birmingham. Yes, Birmingham are one of our major rivals, as are, if I go here into the club vision, info. The Black County Derby versus West Brom, Birmingham, Aston Villa, and Stoke. We just played Aston Villa. We drew 1-1. As you can see, we drew 1-1 against Aston Villa. I played one match just because I wanted to get my feel for this game, because I've not played FM24 because I got it for free with the epic deal that was going on. As for our transfers, because we've had a few, let me just go to transfer history. I didn't bring in Boubacar Traore or Mateus Cunha. I brought in Yusuf Zizici, the 26-year-old Turkish central midfielder, who is an incredible passer of the ball, an incredible set peak dead ball player, mediocre at best physically, incredible mentally, incredible technically. He is essentially our Ruben Neves replacement, who is at Al Ittihad now, who's 26. They're the same age, so I compare him with Yusuf. Neves is a better defender. He's better physically and mentally, but otherwise I think Yizici has him beat more or less. But as you can probably tell, Neves is more of a middle of the field, back third of the field, while Yizici is more of a front third of the field kind of player. So yes, any of those matches that we will play will be big deals. Any of those matches against the Baggies, against West Brom, against Birmingham, against Aston Villa, or against Stoke. If I check the schedule here, do we have... Birmingham are obviously in the championship, so we don't need to worry about playing them. That's the FA Cup. Looking for Aston Villa in here. Oh, we don't play Aston Villa again until the first day of January. So that's the only other, I think, match that we have in here right now that's considered a rivalry. So we're alright that way. As for our tactics, we're going to go with a fluid counter-attack because our team is not that good. We've got maybe 4 players who I could envision us keeping long-term if we were to do the save for more than 3 or 4 years. Mateus Cunha, for example, Nathan Collins, Ryan Altniori, Pedro Neto, Pablo Sariba, Mateus Nunez. Those guys I could envision us keeping for more than 2 or 3 years. Everyone else here is basically just fodder. If we can get money for them, great. If we can't, then whatever. But the goal here is essentially stay up in the Premier League for the first year, do as well as we can, make as much money as possible, and then next year we will move on to hopefully trying to compete for a top 6 position, top 7 position maybe. Right now, relegation is definitely harder for us. No, sorry, it's definitely easier for us to avoid right now because of the fact that Nottingham and Everton both have points penalties, and they've both lost their first match as well. All of them have lost their first match. So it makes it a little bit easier for us to hold on to them. Then if I went to... Sorry, hang on. I wanted to go to Oliver Skipp. Oliver Skipp obviously plays for Tottenham, but he's on loan. He's a loan-listed player. He's English, so we can register him, basically. I'm willing to take this deal because the future free is optional, meaning we don't have to worry about worry about paying it if it ever comes up. But I can push it up to, let's say, 45 million, and try to get a little bit less playing time, because I don't know if we'll be able to. Well, actually, no, we'll definitely be able to give him important player, because we only have like two other players who are any good at central defensive midfielder, and I think Oliver is actually better at them right now, given he's a good, hard-working, mentally tough, physically adept, but not very technically adept. He's got a decent passing stat and decent tackling and marking, so he'll be perfect for us. So yeah, we're gonna make a transfer offer on loaning him in for the year. We have the wage budget for it, and they're not wanting a big fee for us to keep him for the year. So as far as I'm concerned, that's worth it. James Rodriguez dropping, yeah. So I brought in James Rodriguez on trial because he is a free agent right now. He was at Qatar for 2 years. He was at Olympiacos for a year. He was at Everton for a year. He's been around, as you can see. He is an advanced playmaker through and through. He's got good passing. He's another dead ball specialist, more or less. And I don't necessarily think we need that right now. But if the need requires, I will sign him because I have the money. We don't have the spot in the team though, so it might be January by the time we actually sell and give him some money. Who is this guy? Oh, he's a striker. Bit small for my taste, especially in the Premier League. You're good though, but you're not going to get much better, so not really worth it. You're okay. We've already got you on trial. You're not going to get any better. You're 19. You're a ball-winning midfielder. Who you wanted by? Sampdoria. Oliver Hutchinson. Omari Hutchinson. You're Kosovoan. That's an interesting player. You will scout him. No. A Finnish central defense. A Finnish midfielder. You're a pure defensive midfielder. Marcus Alonso. Patterson. You could be good. Especially off the left. You're being scouted already. Shandon Baptiste. I think, is that Kenya? No, it's Granadan. The Spice Boys. Huh. You're injured though, but you're not actually terrible. You're actually somewhat serviceable as a player. Jonathan Pazzo, you're 22 as a defender at Nottingham Forest. I'm not interested in a Nottingham Forest player. They're just not good enough. We won't be able to get much off them. Even though Forest currently have a lot of English players, so like their registration isn't terrible. Hey QG, welcome. Have you finished unpacking yet? I don't think they finished unpacking in their previous apartment, so I doubt they finished packing in their new place. All right, I've also signed scouts and coaches because our coaching staff was terrible. Our scouting staff was terrible. I assume it was a monetary thing. He's out of line, but he's right. Yep. Listen, I'm sorry I dragged you like that, but you know, it has to be said. Send you an intensive language course. So this guy would actually be a perfect player to sell. He's Japanese. He's not terrible all around. He's got a lot of good like points about him, but he's not necessarily good enough to be here essentially. But if someone's willing to pay his wages and then buy him, you got all the furniture assembled and 2/3 of the boxes unpacked. Hey, that's good. The cats are out and enjoying themselves. Norwich want to buy Teo Corbo. I want him to be a striker. And I want him to be a regular starter. Nope. A loan offer for Podence. Strasbourg. You have money. I'll give you a transfer offer of 22.5 million. Nope. Okay. He's already in advanced talks to leave anyway. Yeah, he's already left, and he's got an optional future fee. So we're gonna let him go. He's not good enough. He's versatile, but he's just not good enough really to be on my team. His mentals leave a lot to desire, especially his anticipation and his concentration as a winger. His technique, his dribbling, his crossing, his first touch, and some of his physicals are very good, but he's just not. He's not very well rounded. It's a problem. So he's going to Lille instead. Oh, and Fabio Silva I sent out to Gijon for a loan because he is in need of it. He's 21. He probably won't get too much better than he is. It's unfortunate. A couple of years ago, Fabio Silva was considered a very, very good prospect that we purchased for a decent transfer. Birmingham want to loan one of my players. I don't want him to be an inverted fullback. I want him to just be a regular wingback. Sure, you can loan him if you want. Wolves, good choice. I'm a Wolves fan. Skip has a deal to join the club, so Skip has joined us. He's 22, which does mean we need to register him. But he is English, which means that we don't need to worry about having to worry about that too much. Let's see here. Oliver Skip. There we go. We're at the top of our registration. Anyone in here who I could unregister? No, not really. Good team to be a fan of, better than being an Arsenal fan. One of my best friends is an Arsenal fan. He'd probably disagree with you. You guys have actually won a game this year, which is an improvement over us. Let's assign you a squad number. Skippy boy, you will get... you get 28. And then we will have Collins welcome him to the team. Dawson, you're just not good enough anymore, man. Like, Dawson is an okay center back. But he's also not at his peak anymore. So... not happy with how that went out, but I can't really have one of the few influential players left on the squad not be happy. You're an Arsenal fan, Cody? Well, there's a sellout crowd expected. That's good. That'll help with the finances. So what did they suggest? Smedo, Dawson, Collins, Johnny, Skip, Nunez, Izichi, Sariba, Neto, Cunha. I will be taking you out 100% for Oliver Skip. And I will be playing you as a ball-winning midfielder on support. Someone has to be, I suppose. I guess someone has to try and, you know, make Arsenal a good team that people want to follow, I guess. I don't know. Let's put Schmedo on there. So Collins is naturally right-footed, while Dawson is reasonably left-footed. So we gotta put him on the left-hand side. Adniori is a very, very good attacking wingback. So we're going to be having you play as a complete back. We're going to have you play as central defender on defend. QG used to hate Arsenal game days, not for football reasons, but it meant that King's Cross Station was too busy. Suppose that is a positive, eh? Code, you get your little bit extra money in your pocket, I guess, from that. Deion Sanders is injured. He would probably play a game or two for me, but he's injured right now. Same with Kilman. Kilman would 100% play games for me, but he's also injured. He's back in a few days. Danny Bentley, we will make you available for the under 21s for 90 minutes. Matcha will make you available for the under 18s because we need our... I like having my goalkeepers at a reasonable level of fitness. Anybody else in here? Ryan Giles is a left-sided player who is good offensively yet again, but not very good at anything else. Who are you wanted by? I want to buy a bunch of players, people on loan. Put Yusuf in there. Let's put Mateo Nunez in there. Let's put Mateus Cunha up front. So I think this is essentially our best team. Except maybe if you did this, I think. Yeah. Because Sariba is more comfortable as a winger on the right-hand side. He's very good. He's a bit older, though. So you're going to only get maybe a year or two out of him before you're done, basically. I will play Pedro as an inside forward on support. I'll play you as a winger on support as well. Not very well versed in FM24, so most of what you're doing is new to me. It's not that much different from the last game, to be honest. There's a lot of like there's a lot of like small changes that definitely help. Like there's some changes with the squad, and squad planner has been added, so you can sort of see, you know, like where your biggest sort of holes are. So like my center back left is considered weaker because I don't have because Max Kilman is injured and Totti is okay, but he's not great, basically. Not very well versed in any FM game. Well, listen, it's what I'm here for. If you guys want to ask questions, hey, you might as well ask them. My team cohesion isn't great. The club atmosphere has improved, and the managerial support has improved a lot, which is good to see. Once this starts to get a bit better and we start to see more cohesion, players will start playing better. But we need to beat Sheffield. Sheffield is a match we need to win. I will be doing the press conferences. You have any update on Gonzalo Guedes' injury? How long is he injured for? 2 weeks and 2 months. Out for a while, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll get that set up pretty soon. It's a fantastic opportunity for those players to be part of a club to learn. Right. If we offer you out on loan, and mandatory future fee of 11. And we just unspecify this. You need to pay that amount of money for him. When did we even bring him in? A while ago. We'll see if we can get him for a decent bit of money. You love how in-depth this game is? This game has such an incredible depth of... like things you can do in it. Like you can decide if you want to be like a coach who starts like in somewhere like in a third or fourth tier somewhere and go to being your Premier League winner. It's such a fun time. Or you can take teams from like the bottom of the you know, footballing world really, and you know, give them what they need and get them to the top of the thing. Used to do it in career mode in FIFA. Yeah, I've never played. Well, sorry, no, I did play FIFA. I played FIFA when I was younger because my brother used to play it all the time. I used to like borrow his discs and I'd play it for like an hour or two and then I get bored. But yeah, I've played a little bit of FIFA, but I vastly prefer this, quite obviously. I have over 1,000 hours in FM23. I have over 500 hours in FM22. I have over 400 hours in FM20 and over 500 hours in FM20 and FM18. I usually tend to skip a year. But like, this thing is such an interesting time. Hey Anto, welcome. Coventry want to buy it, want to bring him in. You know what? Coventry, you can bring him in. Chelsea might land Costa. Which Costa is that? Oh, Diego Costa. The goalkeeper, not the striker. Max Kilman is available for 75 minutes. What I might do is put Kilman on the bench. What was your injury again? An abdominal strain. Who would I put you on the bench over? Totti, maybe? You know, I'll put you on the bench over Kai-Jan Hover because we have Johnny who can play left back and right back. João Gomez, Boubacar Traore, Kwabe, Hwang Hee-chan, Sasha Kalashnic. Do I want to put you on the bench instead? Because you'd be like a really good swap out for... Yeah. I'm going to put you on the... I'm not going to play you, probably. If I was to play him, I'd probably play him as a winger, and even then he's just not good enough to be a winger. So, yeah. I think that's our team going into this match. Jose Sa, Nelson Semedo, Nathan Collins, Craig Dawson, Ryan Aitniori, Oliver Skip, Mateus Nunez, Yusuf Suzuki, Pablo Sariba, Pedro Neto, and Mateus Cunha, with Daniel Bentley, Totti, Max Kilman, Johnny, João Gomez, Boubacar Traore. What's his first name? Mario Laminas, Hwang Hee-chan, and Sasha Kalashnic on the bench. Let's go to the match. Go and put it on a show, gents. I want to see everyone actually do well in this match. Can't wait for this to go horribly wrong. Oh, I'm 100% expecting it. Chris Wilder. Let me just check something here. Oh. My OBS has crashed. Oh, wait, no, it hasn't. Switch over to that. This is our form. We've drawn one match this game, so we've drawn one match so far. We drew against Aston Villa. As you can see, we're playing Sheffield United. We're playing away from home. Just gonna pause this real quick. Turn sounds on. Let's turn that down. Let me know if that's too loud for you guys. To Skip. Smedo to Mateus Nunez. Mateus is taking someone on. Oh. Oh. Pass that there, buddy. Don't be trying to score from that angle. Drawing against Aston Villa is pretty good. It's pretty good considering that, like, we were, you know, we weren't ahead, I don't think, at all. Sariba. Oh. Back to Smedo. Smedo's leading in. Takes a shot way over the bar. Sound is alright. Let me just turn it down a touch more. Because it's quite loud on my end. I don't know. I don't think I have a way to turn this sound down. I don't think I can control it on my end. Right, we've had a couple highlights. It's weird seeing real players. Yeah, real players after a while get a little bit weird. It's especially interesting when you get to a point and, like, every single real player you remember is now like a coach or something else. Ooh, Cunha ended up in the net, not the ball. We're doing well so far, though. I will admit, I do enjoy this part of FM, though, like when everyone is, like when everyone recognizes real players and all that, and all the young guys still haven't quite hit their potential. Collins has the ball out wide. Oh, that's a red card. Oh, Collins is hurt. Oh, Nathan Collins, Ireland's wonder kid centre back, just absolutely gets his legs chopped out from underneath him by Norwood. That is disgusting. That is awful. Is he hurt? No, he was just on the ground. Okay. He's not badly hurt. He probably stung him. That chopped at the back of his legs. Collins at the back post. Oh. It would have been great to see Collins score from a header there. Pedro Neto has the ball out to Smedo on the opposite side. Smedo taking the ball into this. Oh, lose it to Berard. What's Dawson doing out there? Oh, Neto wins it back in the middle of the field. Very good. Back to Adniori. Adniori takes it out wide. Whips it into the back post. If he doesn't score next few games, we can make him hurt. I like the way you think. Sariba flicks it into the back post. Collins is there. Oh, he was beaten out by the guy in front of him. Pedro Neto has the ball, though. Neto out to Collins in the middle, to Mateus Nunez. To Sariba out wide, back to Skip. Skip out to Nathan Smedo out wide. Smedo moves forward. Gets the ball taken away from him, but he wins a throw-in at least. Smedo into Sariba, back to there, back to... Oh, that's some great football. Oh. Okay. That was odd. Also, the fact that Yusuf Yazici won that header against Sander Berge, who is like 6'5", 6'6", is kind of hilarious. Oh, if they score this. Oh. Poof. Come on, guys. The one thing we should have on them is size. Well, not really. But the one thing we should have on them is the ability to keep the ball out the net. Aitniori takes that. Good job. And he's away. Maybe switch off cautious. Good idea. We should go to... Let's go to positive. And that's the first half. So we have basically, like, we were already essentially winning that match even before the 29th minute. We have essentially won, well, we've essentially won that first half entirely. We got an extra player. Neto hasn't played well. Yuzichi hasn't played well. Collins hasn't played well, but he's motivated. Keep going. Burge loses the ball to Neto. Cunha. Oh, Burge just absolutely clapped Cunha. Burge is already. I think they have more players on yellows than we do. Oh, Dawson didn't score it, but Niori did. I don't know if that's it. I don't know if that's onside or not. Does it going to count? Is that the first goal that we get on stream? It is. Ryan Atniori at right back has scored the first his first goal of the season off a Collins header that went out the post. Ah, yeah, he was miles on. I'll be taking some players off in a little bit here. Cunha. I mean, all right, fair enough. You gotta try it, I guess. You gotta sling it once to see what your heat check is like. Oh, what is it? Foot injury. Johnny, you gotta come on for us, I guess. You can play a wing back on support. You don't need to be going that hard. And that means Neto, I want you to be playing more defensively solid. So what I might do is I might bring Neto back. We'll see. We'll see. Let me take Collins off for Totti. This is Johnny's moment. Johnny's been with the team for a very long time. He's been with us since 2018. So like he's been here a while. Do I want to bring somebody off for rotation purposes? I'm going to bring Yuzichi off, and I'm going to bring on. I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to switch you to a central midfielder on support, and I'm going to take you off for. Which of you is the more defensive? I think it's Mario, right? Yeah, Mario. You're coming on for Yusuf Yuzichi. Mateus, you can switch to... no, you can be fine. You'll be fine as a box mid. Johnny's had a few big moments for Wolves in real life. I think I'll leave that at that. It would be nice to score a second goal, though. It would be nice to sort of cement ourselves as winning this match with another goal. Hopefully that foot injury isn't anything too serious. Hopefully it's just a sprain or something like that. Johnny with a good ball to Neto. Neto to Nunez. Back to Skip. Skip leading the charge forward out to Semedo. Semedo to Sariba. Sariba! Oh, that was saved at the line. Neto picks up the ball, though, on the rebound. Alright, ND has it. Dawson goes through the back of him. Dawson manages to intercept that ball, though. That's very smart of him. Out to Johnny Otto. Sariba. Oh, take that down on your foot. Use your foot, not your head. You're not that. You don't know how to use that. Playing the same formation. Sprain's not serious in this. When I sprained my wrist, you couldn't use it for around 3 weeks. Here's the difference, Cody. These guys are professional athletes, and they're built different. Like, Who is it? There's a player who plays... Oh, Connor... Christ, what's his name? He is a hockey player, best player in the world. Connor... Christ, what is it? What's his name? I can't remember his last name. Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid tore his LCL, one of the three major ligaments in his knee, and he just rehabbed it. Like, he literally just went, I'm just going to rehab this. I'm not going to go to surgery. I'm going to, like, you know, work and rehab it. And he did in like 3 months and has not lost a step. He's still as fast as he's ever been. So, like, professional athletes are just different. They are just different than you or me. Like, I could sprain my wrist and be sore for like 2 or 3 weeks, while they could sprain their wrist and be good in a week. Because they also have, you know, as Red says, they have the physios, they have a lot more money involved in it, you know. They're different than you or me. So, like, it's a lot easier for them to be fine with it. Oh, out to Neto. Back to Smedo. Smedo to Dawson. Dawson back to Skip. Smedo. Skip. Sariba. Nunez. Oh! That'd have been a great goal. All that makes total sense and you feel a little silly now. Don't worry about it. Like, I honestly haven't thought about it either. But, like, when it comes to something like a sprain, it's a lot easier for them to recover from it. But, like, if he's broken his foot, he's done for the season. Like, if he's broken his foot, he is done for at least 6 months. Now, he's not a big guy. You're not. This isn't the case of you're breaking your foot and you're playing basketball and you're 7 feet tall. A good dribble there from Neto. And, you know, you're weighing in the 250 pounds just because you're so big and tall. But, like, it's still not an easy thing to recover from, breaking your foot. So it could be a case of he strained his foot, or it could be like he's bruised his foot and it was really sore and he couldn't play for the rest of the match, or it could be a legitimately broken foot, which would mean that he would not be around for the rest of the season. At 75 minutes here, I'm going to swap out Dawson because he has a yellow, and I don't want him getting sent off. And I have one more substitute. Cunha or Neto have not played well. Skip hasn't played great, but this is his first match here, so I'm fine with that. Let's bring on Hwang Hee-chan instead of Neto for a bit. Hwang is very good. I quite like him as a player. Broken foot's about 3 months. Yeah, that's still a long time though. That's like that's a quarter of the season. Wolves are currently owning this. It's a bit criminal. They've only scored once. That's just Football Manager sometimes. That's football. Sometimes you just you win, you know, you go up a player and you unfortunately just can't finish. Or stuff like that happens and you see guys try shit they shouldn't do. If Johnny scores here, oh. Hwang Hee-chan has won the ball up front again. This is why I love like he does not get the credit he deserves. Hwang Hee-chan does not get the credit he deserves as a player. He's so good. He's such a hard worker. He does all the best things. Sariba back to Toddy at the back post. Does not win the header. Hee-chan into Otto. Otto gets the ball slapped out from underneath his legs. Otto's throwing the ball in. Lamina to Skip. Hwang Hee-chan. Over to Smedo. Sariba. Out to Otto. Into the middle. Gets blocked. This is a good match so far, though. Saliba flicks the ball into Totti. Totti manages the header, but he doesn't get the ball into the back of the net. Mateus Nunes flicks it in from the other post. In swinger, back to Totti again. Can't get the ball down into the net. Alright, you got a few more minutes left. We got 8 minutes of added time because of the injuries and the sending off, I guess. Alright, we gotta hang on for 7.5 minutes. That's some good ball play there from Skip. That's a great hold up and move around play. Up to Huang Hee-chan. Huang into Lemina. Ah, can't get the ball in. Robinson blocks it. Okay. Sheffield are only 10 men. Yeah, at the 29th minute, one of their players chopped down Nathan Collins. Got sent off for it. Pretty vicious tackle, honestly. Into the Killman at the back post. Can't get to it. Since the 98th minute, Sheffield equalizer. Anto, if that happens, I will time you out. I do mean that. I will time you out for like a minute. Oh, it's over. It's 98. I think this is it. Yep. We're done. Wolves have won a match. 1-0. Pity the only goal scorer was our right back who got hurt. Nice work. That was a good match. We won. I'll take it. Hopefully he'll be alright. We don't have any information on it yet. We're currently in 5th. Oh my god. But Crystal Palace is in 6th and Luton is in 7th. Man City is in 8th. Oh my god. Right. Well, we won, so I'm taking it. Ahead of City, I know, crazy. Skip makes his Wolverhampton Wanderers debut. We pay Paris 850 grand. Pulled ankle ligaments. Okay, he's only out for 2 weeks. He's only out for 2 weeks. He hasn't broken anything. Whew. We're okay. He's only out for 2 weeks. Right. Tactics. Out Niora, you're out. We're going to put Ryan Giles in there because he's going to be going on the bench for Johnny. Johnny, you're going to be playing a wing back on support. Nelson Semedo. You're coming off for Kai Janahover. Schmader's going on the bench for Ryan Giles because he can play left and right back, I believe. Yeah, a little bit left and right back. That's fine. Aldrich Skip, you're fine to play the next match. Mateus Nunes, you're coming off for Mario Lemina. Pablo, you're coming off for Huang Hee-chan. Pedro, you're coming off for... nobody. We have nobody who can play there, I guess, at the minute. We're going to bring Sacha Kalanchik in at the front. This guy is huge. He's 6'7". He's a big guy. Primarily a deep line forward or a target forward. We'll be playing him as a target forward. We'll be giving him special instructions to play as a target forward on attack. Luton, your other home team. Yeah, fair. Luton's doing pretty okay for the minute. We're going to put him at the front. Huang, you can play as a winger. Neto can also play as a winger when Klachnich is up top because we want people whipping balls into him. Anyone else here who needs to come off? Oliver Skip might need to. When's our next match? 7 days? No, we got plenty of time. That's plenty of time. Who are we playing? Oh, we're playing Man City. Sorry, we're playing Man United. Oh boy. But they are currently in 14th. They have not won any of their 2 matches. So yeah, that's not good. Might see Ten Hag get sacked by the end of the week. Okay, you're playing okay. Liverpool record important win. They beat Man United. Okay. Why do I have height in centimeters? Because I know centimeters. Until we're in Ireland, we use the metric system. You've always used feet and inches? I've used feet and inches as well, but I prefer centimeters because I just know centimeters a little bit better. Do you also use, like, what is it, stone and pounds, or do you use, like, kilograms or just pounds for weight? Alright, I should go into every single player and do that, actually. Kaihan, developer, and you will be playing defender right, complete win back attack. Nathan Collins, are you developing as a ball-playing defender? Perfect. I would like you to get better at your agility and balance, that way you don't get knocked over as easy. Typically use kilograms? Yeah, I use kilograms. You're already getting worse. I think he's only here because he's an English guy who we can register for free. Johnny, you're fine. Yusuf, are you being... I will be training you at midfielder center, advanced playmaker attack. And additionally, you will be training to improve your endurance because you have shit stamina, sir. Sounds good to me. No offers. Okay. Well, we can't get anyone to buy him, so. Now, we have some weird players. So our next match is Manchester United, and after that we have Tottenham, and then we have Chelsea. That's a fucking fantastic way to start the year. So yeah, these next three matches might be difficult. We will probably not win all of them. I would be very surprised if we won more than two of these matches, even one of these matches. Honestly, it's going to be difficult, given that they are three very, very good teams. Even though Manchester is currently in 13th, Tottenham is currently in 14th, and who was the other team? Tottenham's in 14th, and Chelsea is in 15th. So actually, we're playing 13th, 14th, and 15th. So who knows? Maybe we can get more than 1 or 2 points out of it. Keeper injured. Oliver Tipton. Do you have any potential? No. So I'm not worried about you breaking your bones. One of my targets for the season: not get relegated. See if we can put up a good competition in the Caribou Cup and the FA Cup. Finn Aziz at Aston Villa, Irish fella. No youth caps. He's not that good. Yet again, Irish players have that problem of just not being that good. You're more than passable. Oh, you used to be a great pickup, Erkan. Erkan used to be like one of the better pickups in the game because he was super good. He's a super good shot stopper. I will scout him though, just because I think he might be useful. So my targets are not to get relegated and to try and do well. How much is Ferguson? Ferguson's over 100 million. Hey, Semedo got named the team of the week. Evan Ferg. It's Evan Ferg. Evan Ferguson at Brighton. 68 to 100 million. He's currently injured. Yeah, he's got a good base physically. He's not bad mentally, but he could definitely use with some improvement in his technicals. But he's good. He's good. Shorter than me. I thought he was bigger. That's right, he went to Liverpool for 120 million. Yeah. I put it this way, if I had started the save at like Tottenham, I would have brought him in. I would have been like, oh, I'm 100% willing to spend that money for him. You can go out on loan. That's fine with me. It's basically just a new Troy Parrott. No, Troy Parrott never really had the ability. He was never just that good. He was never just purely that good physically. Like Troy Parrott always seemed to like rely a lot on his technical abilities, while Ferguson's like physical gifts and his mental is very good. He had a lot of potential on FM. He did. People thought he would be good. Don't even know where he is now. He's still in Tottenham. He's still 21. I mean, you can see like he's just nothing. He's not anything special, basically. You know? He's fine. He's very Irish. Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. He's very Irish. He's very, like... I wouldn't say no to having him on my team if I was in the championship for, like, a season or two. Like, he scored against Andorra at 19. He had an international cap against New Zealand at 17. Like, people thought he would be something. You know, people thought he would move on to be, like, very, very good, but... I think in Troy Parrott's case, he just never was going to be that. Oh, Cooney's injured for a few days. That's fine. We have the resources to cover for him. I can personally see a lot of improvement in Evan Ferguson's future, and I think that since he's already stated that he will be playing for Ireland, I think we could have a wave of success. You know, an okay success. It also didn't help that he doesn't get much game time at Spurs. No, he didn't. Troy Parrott did not get the game time he needed to grow at Spurs. I mean, he's 21 and he's still playing in the under 21s. You know, that to me shows everything that you need. You know, if he had gotten some more loans, if he had gotten some better, you know, help along the way, I think he might have been able to make himself into something, but unfortunately he just didn't. Oh yeah, you're injured, so I can't put you on the bench. Guess I'm putting Tio Corbo on the bench. Yeah, have enough of that. Yes. Confident in our approach. This is a home match. We're playing at the Molineux. Ferguson's at a good spot at Brighton because he can develop. Yeah, like there's no one else at Brighton who can take his job. You know, Spurs had Harry Kane at the time. He was just like, legitimately, I don't think you could consider competition as well. Beck and Pedro, exactly. It's not exactly like he has, you know, it's not exactly like he has, you know, players out there who you would be like, oh, this guy is so good that he can't not play. But no. Oh, look. Hey, it's Kelleher. Decent keeper. He's also unflappable, which means he's very good as a potential teacher, though he hasn't got good leadership. He's got a broken upper arm. Go ahead and scout him. I don't necessarily think he's better than Sa. It's much of a muchness, I think, in how good they are, but Kelleher is obviously 24 while Sa is 30. So I like Kelleher. Yeah, I like Kelleher. Yannick Vestergaard. I mean, this guy would be a pretty decent addition to us. He's good. But he is 10 to 12 million. And it might surprise you guys to hear this, but we don't have any money. So like, I could sell stuff on here. I could sell this clause, get $1 million from that, and get 3 million from that, and get 19 million for, get 19k for that, and 600k for that. You know, like, there isn't much. There's much of a muchness on this, you know. Do free agents look like? Can't get any. I am at my squad registration, so if any player wants to come in, a player needs to go out. I could get rid of Sarchik, but he counts as homegrown, so I need him. The only reason I could bring in Skip is because he's English. If he wasn't English, I wouldn't be able to bring him in. Lurk mode engaged. Enjoy your lurk, Red. And Collins is training really well. It's possible that if I keep Collins and he hits his potential, if he gets to that potential, I very well might make him team captain. He's also the same height as me. He's a perfectionist, which is great. He's got a lot of professionalism about him. He's good. I would be Wolves sold him to Brentford, I think it was, in real life, but I'm 100% going to keep him if I can. The first season in FM is always working about what you're given. Yes, unless you have a player who you know you can sell for a shit ton of money, or Saudi Arabia are interested in your player, you're screwed. Like if we had someone come in and say, "Oh, we want Craig Dawson for, let's say, 15 million," I'd be like, we kind of need that guy. Like, as much as I don't think he's that good, well, I think he's good, but I don't think he's much better than a replacement player of the same, of a younger age. You can get a 22-year-old or 21-year-old from anywhere in the world who has similar stats to this, for a lot less than 65k a year. But he's English, so he legitimately has the advantage of that. Right. So we're going to go into this match against Man United. We're going to be playing you in support. You can play in that. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. Yep. We're about to go up against Erik ten Hag's Manchester United. They have João Felix, who is not that good. Marcus Rashford is okay. Garnacho is there. Fred is okay. Fernandes is okay. Is good. He's probably one of the best players in the world. Casemiro is okay. Luke Shaw is good. Lisandro Martinez is okay. Rafael Varane is pretty good. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is good. And then they have Dean Henderson in goal. I have James Rodriguez on trial at my squad because he is a free agent at the start of the game and he's currently not been signed. Obviously enough though, I can't sign him because I don't have anyone who I can switch out in the registration. I'd have to switch out someone who is already playing, and that would piss them off. And I don't need I don't need that. I don't need bad I don't need a bad like a locker room atmosphere to make this any harder than it already is to actually get these players to play well. I might be able to get someone in, like next year, maybe in January, someone might be willing to spend a lot of money on a player. The first year, obviously, a lot of teams already have their transfers sorted out, so you never quite know where people are going. Because I think in this universe, Harry Kane stayed at Tottenham. I don't know, I didn't check, actually. Maybe I should check, we'll find out. Varane to Martinez, Martinez Casemiro, to Fred. You're assuming the board still has a preference for Portugal? They do. Rashford's in behind, scores. I think he's onside. Oh no, he's not. Okay. That could have gone a lot worse. How far off was he? Oh, he was actually pretty far off. Yeah, the boards still have a preference for Portugal, but they also want us to use our youth systems to bring in players. And the problem with that is we're Wolves, so like trying to bring in youth players and scouting youth players is difficult for us. Bruno's about to go back. Yeah, there we go. Almost scored again. If this is going to be a good match for us, it's going to be a 0-0 draw. Or a 1-1 draw. Like, we're not going to be able to score against these guys, I don't think. They have too many good players. They're also absolutely hammering us possession-wise. Let me just do this real quick. Extended highlights. We'll go with key highlights for now. This match is basically just going to be a case of if we win, we win. Pick up some good regens from Portugal's B teams. Yeah, absolutely. Like, it's not a case of they don't produce good talent in Portugal. It's a case of right now I have no money to bring in that talent. And they want us to use our youth facilities. One of the goals of this save is to use... One of the preferences of the board is to use our youth facilities to bring in good players. So, you know, come March, I think, usually when the... Are we serious with that one? Johnny, you can't even defend, man. What are you doing there? Well, that's expected, but that's still sad because it was a save from Sa that was then put in on a rebound. Yeah, like I have no money and the board want us to use our youth facilities, basically. Much better display in the second half. Pedro, you can come off. You're playing terribly. You can come off for Huang. Who else needs to come off? Craig Dawson, you need to come off for... Let's bring in Nathan. You've made 90 mil. Yeah, like, listen, eventually at some point I'll bring in players who are worth that money. Like, I'll be able to find a regen out of Brazil or out of, you know, Argentina or Peru or, you know, somewhere that's worth that amount of money when I bring them to the Premier League, but don't have that. I don't have the advantage of that right now. I don't have a bankroll. I have to wait until probably the end of this year to see a real improvement in my bankroll, and that would mean that we'd have to stay up in the Premier League, potentially make a few sales at the end of the year. Like maybe during the summer we could sell players like Sariba for a couple million. Oh, Sasha has scored. Does it count? He's off the mark. That's good. Hey, we've scored. It's a very good goal. I'm sorry I wasn't commenting on it. Lamina brings it right to the touchline. Sariba does a back flick, hits it straight to Kalachides, who puts it in the back of the net. Exceptional goal. Fantastic little go around there. Oh, fuck. Don't you even dare, Bruno Fernandes. If you do this, I'm going to find someone. Whew. Sweet Jesus Christ. When I see Bruno Fernandes on a dead ball, ugh. Fucking terrifying. Right, Toddy, you can go out to left wing there, and we'll bring in Kilman. And you will go to fullback on defend. Paulo Sariba, you need to come off for... We'll bring in Teo for a match, just because. And I'll keep the last sub just for the last bit. Like come 2025, 2026, I fully expect us to have a few good players who we've brought in who were cheap, who we can help out. Also, we've brought this match back. Like we were absolutely getting hammered that first half. We lost that first half like terribly, but we've managed to bring it back. We've got a similar XG score. We've got a similar. We did really well to actually not lose that match. Good job, guys. That's an incredible bit of comeback. Well done on salvaging something. Legitimately, well done. And Yusuf Zijichi has got a 7 rating. Mario Lemina's got a 7. Sasha scored, so he got a 7. Jose Sa did not play well, apparently, even though he didn't really cause us to lose. Going to be difficult to regroup, but we did well. It means now we're in 7th still. That's the second point Manchester United has gotten this year, so we currently have we're currently in 7th on merit. We're basically tied on points with Newcastle and West Ham, so it's not bad at all, guys. Listen, I know you know, draws and all that, they're boring, but in the case of this kind of thing, we need it. First league goal, it's vital. It's great for him. Garnacho did well. Let's be fair here. Maybe VAR helped us to a draw. That seems sort of cheeky. That seems like something I would say. So Skip is not allowed to play against his parent club, so he cannot play this match. We'll put Giles in that spot for now, but you won't be playing there. We'll put in João Gomez. Johnny, you can come off for Giles, probably. I'll put Giles in there for now. One second, I got a phone call here I gotta answer. Sorry for that. I was basically playing Football Manager commentary free there for about 15 minutes. Had to take that phone call. Sorry, it was a job opportunity and I'm looking for work, so it wasn't something I could avoid. But hey, that's okay. I'm going to start Hwang Hee-chan at striker, actually. And otherwise, I think we're okay. Job is important, yeah. Finding a new job would be great. It would mean obviously less streams because I'd be working, but you know, that's a trade-off that I think everyone here is willing to accept. My full-time job is not FM24. No. Also, I like how you put Football Manager 24 Manager. QG. I wish. Listen, if I could make playing this game my job, I would 100% do it. The game is FM24 and your job within it will be manager. I am grammatically correct here. Alright, QG, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to argue with you. Finding jobs is hard these days, it is. Ooh. Right, things are going well. Do I think I'll win this match? I'll put that in the maybe category. But hey, that's good. I got a phone call, and that makes me feel a bit better about my life. Dawson out to Hover. Hover taking on his man. Moves it back to Mateus Nunes. Mateus Nunes goes forward, takes a shot, and he bangs it in. Oh, Vicario could not get enough of his hands on that. He couldn't manage it. That was an incredible goal. If we beat Tottenham here, I would be very happy. However, I don't know if it'll happen, but that was an absolute banger. Very good job from Mateus Nunes. So my major goal with this save would be to win a trophy, like a major trophy, be it the Europa League, the Premier League, the FA Cup, in the first 3 or 4 years, maybe. That would be like my goal, like win a major trophy in a minimal amount of time. Win them all. I don't know if I'll be able to win all of them, but winning a European trophy. Saliba has scored. We're 2-0 up on Tottenham in half an hour. Very good goal there. Absolute whip of a ball there from Pedro Neto. Good stuff. Winning them all in 3 or 4 years, I think, will be difficult. It would be very hard for me to get that amount of money together to bring in essentially an entirely new first team squad, to like entirely overhaul this team. But I think we can do very well. I think we can win 1 or 2 of them in a couple of years. Who said this run of the game is going to be hard? Me. I did say this was going to be hard. I like how there's just like a random hair sticking up behind my head. Right, we're 44 minutes in. We're 2-0 up on Tottenham. We have absolutely owned this game so far. Yeah, I can't tell them that I'm not happy with it. They're doing exceptionally. This is going well so far. We're 60 minutes in. I'll make a few changes at 65 minutes. And 65 minutes. tactics. Oh, kill. Oh my god, we have 3 players who are hurt. Oh my god. Oh, this is bad. Kilman, you're coming off for Toti. Giles, you're coming off for Johnny. Huang, you're coming off for Mateus. Pablo, you're coming off for Yazici. But then we're going to move Yazici. Do I want to move him centrally? Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna go a bit wild here. I'm gonna move over back to a defensive wingback. And try something just a bit wild here. Win everything, leave, manage Irish national team. The Irish national team is a waste of time. Mostly because managing national teams in this is a waste of time. It's just no fun. I've done national management before. I've managed Turkey, I've managed Spain, I've managed England, and all of them are very samey. Like if you've managed a single international tournament, you've managed all of them. So they're not really worth it for me. Right, after this game I'm going to need to use the bathroom. So let's hope that we hammer this and with very few highlights left, because we have another probably 10 minutes of match left to go here. Now to Otto. Otto is on his own. Oh, trying to score a second goal from an absolute banging position there, but not really. Right, actually, no, I need to go now. Sorry guys, I'll be right back. Apologies for that, folks. I'm back. Oh, Maddie raided. Welcome. Thanks for the raid. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the raid, Maddie. It's much appreciated. Welcome to Wolverhampton Wanderers. We're looking to win a trophy in the first couple seasons. We are currently playing Tottenham in the Carabao Cup second round, sorry. We're about to win 2-0. Easy Dwarf, Easy Days, FM. Welcome. Thank you for the first time chat. Thank you for the raid. As you can see, we've just beat Tottenham 2-0. It was an absolute slathering. We do not play this formation. That was me hoping to basically get Yusuf Yazici in. It's nice to have everyone here. Thank you so much for showing up for raiding. I appreciate it a lot. It means a lot to have beaten Tottenham. We get oh fuck, okay, so you're out for a couple weeks. You got a gash, you're out for a few days. Tight hamstring, cool. Neto did really well. Neto had a lot of good moves there. I'm gonna have to give him a bit of praise. Creative best, very good Pedro. So yes, welcome. We're looking to win something with Wolves. We're getting a lot of injuries. Yes, we are. So very unfortunate. Team's result in the next round of competition. Check your child from school, but you'll be right back. Go fetch your child. Go get your children. Go on. I'll see you in a few minutes, Maddie. Have a good one. Stay safe. Thanks for the raid yet again. I don't believe Postecoglou would ever do that. It's important to have unique teams. I don't think we have any problem with that. There's a guy who obviously got hurt. Saying the right things. Cool. But I appreciate having you guys here to help me get Wolverhampton Wanderers to a point where we can win something. We have a potential transfer out of Heyo Kwabe to Elche in the second tier of Spanish football. It's a loan to buy, but the loan is has a permanent transfer, has a mandatory fee of 7.5 million. So that essentially means that we get to loan him out, get his wage kind of off the books for a bit. Which means that what we need to do now is, what I might do, because I can do this, is go to our squad. We have James Rodriguez here, who is a central midfielder, basically front, more or less he's a central midfielder and a winger substitute that we'd have. He would be very good for us to have as a player. He's exceptionally talented at passing. He's a very good shot taker. He's got great corners, which would be very helpful for us. His physical stats do leave a lot to be desired, but he would be very, very good to have to help us get forward. And if, and when, or hopefully soon when Heyo has been sold, we can sign him up and have him basically, immediately replace him. That would be the hope, as far as I'm concerned. That would be what I would do. Look, everyone, by the way, again, from Maddie's stream. I hope you guys have had a good one. Since Maddie's currently away fetching their kids, what was Maddie playing? Hoping to conclude some deals. Yeah, we'd like to get a deal or two in. Who do you suggest? James Rodriguez can for sure play in this match. How do I feel my squad could be improved in terms of positions? We could definitely use a defensive player on the left-hand side. We don't really have much in the way of depth, unfortunately, when it comes to our left and right back. Okay, so Kilman and Giles no longer cannot play. So that means now we have 3 injured centre backs. We have Collins, who's injured for 2 to 4 weeks, so a month. Kilman's out for 7 to 9 days, which isn't terrible, and Sanderson's out for another 2 or 3 weeks. So Giles is also out for 9 to 2 weeks. How long? 2 days. Ryan's probably back. That's good. We very literally do not have any other centre backs on our team. That is our centre back depth done. We don't have any more centre backs who we can play. So let me go ahead and check and see if we can find a players in range, loan, not midfielders, centre back. Someone in the under 21s? There might be. Annie. There we go, I'll fix that. See if there's anyone here who will be any good. You like he could be okay. Step Vandenberg. Can we offer him a week trial? Because we still have a few days until the end of it. Italian, Serbian, Taylor Harwood Bellis. He might work. Could we get him in on loan? We could. Can we play him with no preferred position? And I'll give you the rest of that. Is this guy as good as we think he is? You know what? Let me go ahead and make the loan offer. Because he's English. I'll go ahead and make the loan offer for him. Mengi, I already have scouted. Tendon Mengi. He's not that good. He is a rotationary player at best. Oh, thanks for the follow, Maddie. He's a rotationary player at best. I don't think I think he might actually be worse than who would he probably be next to? Craig Dawson. Yeah, he's not really much of anything. He's a lot faster than Craig, but that's to be expected because Craig is 33. Jarell Kwanzaa. This guy's in the same. Also, that jumping reach is stupid for someone who's nearly 6'6". Tendon doesn't have the height. He's got good jumping reach. This is the stat you need to worry about. Jumping reach is the only thing. You can have someone who's like 170 centimeters and have 15 jumping reach, and they will win, and they will be able to do better. His strength is also not bad. Taylor Harwood Bellis has. You know what? I'm going to make the offer. I am going to make the offer. I'm also going to make an offer for where was he? Tendon Mengi. He wouldn't be playing as a wide center back. We can get Harwood Bellis a lot cheaper, so I'm going to go ahead and make both of them an offer. Step Vandenberg, I'll also make an offer for. He's out for 6 to 12 days. Let me go ahead and withdraw that trial offer and just make an offer to loan him. How much would this guy cost us? He would not be playing as a wide center back though. This guy's expensive. Guy's a lot of money. 1.8 million if he's playing and 2.8 if he's unused. But I will make the offer because I just want to see if he's any good. See if there's anyone else in here. Will Fish. Luke McNally. He's a big man. He's not bad in the air. His technicals lack, though. I'd be worried about him making a bad tackle. What about Kofi Ballmer? Really good long throws, and he's more versatile. He's not too tall, but he's got not bad jumping reach. I'll scout him, because we might be able to bring him in for cheap anyway. Alfie Gilchrist at Chelsea. He's 19. This guy might be the one. We're going to go ahead and scout him, and then we're going to make an offer for loan. He'd be a central defender. We can get him for super cheap. See if we can't make a few offers here. Right, they've accepted the Mengi offer, and they've accepted the Alfie Gilchrist offer. We drew against Burnley in the Carabao Cup. That's not terrible. Higher value typically means better player. That's debatable. Largely because when you're in England, every player has a high value just because of the reputation of the league. I would be much more interested in seeing how Howard Bellis also... We got Vandenberg and Howard Bellis. We'll see if any of them accept. I would probably be mostly interested in someone like Howard Bellis. We'll scout him for a week. Vandenberg is very expensive for someone who doesn't look that good. Gilchrist is also middling, but he's cheap. And Mengi can play right back as well, but they don't want us to play him at right back, so we'll see. I'm not too... Transfer value doesn't really make a player, you know, good or bad. It's mostly down to reputation of league and team they're playing at. So you can have, like, someone like if you have someone who spawns in and they start at, you know, let's say St. Albans down in the National South, they will be valued very low, even though they're a good player, because the team and the league they're in doesn't have a high reputation. Check your U21s. I will check my U21s. Deadline day. We're taking part in deadline day. Julian Alvarez left City and went to Madrid. That's good. Bowen left West Ham, went to United. Moussa Diaby went to Brighton. That's a big transfer. And Andres Christensen went to Arsenal. He's a good centre back. Donny van de Beek. There's a rumour that I'll be taking him in at Wolves. Honestly, I would be tempted to bring Donny van de Beek in. Works better outside of England? Kind of, yeah. Let's check our dev center here. Oh yeah, our finances are tumbling, essentially, is the best way to put it. We've not really made much money. And if you go to the club vision here, we got to work within the way budget, grow the club's reputation. Maximum of 1-year contract for players over 32, a minimum of 3-year contracts for first team players. Finish mid-table, be competitive and be competitive. Supporters are happy with us for signing for signing high reputation, developing players using the youth system. Best of West Brom, Birmingham, and record a top half. They're unhappy with the sale of Raul Jimenez. I sold him to Olympiacos, Olympique de Marseille, because I just needed the money. We spent a lot of money on him back in 2019, but now he's just not worth it anymore. He's not done well in his few matches in Ligue 1 so far. So yeah. Oh yeah, I can put Skip back in. Skip 100% can go back into the team. So Oliver Skippy boy. See why they'd be mad at you when you're not the one who signed them? Listen, personally... oh, wow. That got stuck in my chest. Personally, I like Raul Jimenez. He's done good work for Wolves over the last few years. But since that loghead... what's his name? David Luiz smashed his skull in. He's just not been the same player. He's just not been good enough. Because his aerial ability was such a firm part of who he is. That not having that definitely has been a negative for him. I've decided that all the time I'm commuting to London, I'm not getting a gym membership. One commute yesterday and apparently walked like 5 miles total. Yep, welcome to walking. The job that I was talking about today actually is it's quite a commute, but the money would be sort of worth it, and it's a good job. So. If there's a significant and appropriate interest, I'd be fine with moving him on. Right, bunch of stuff in here. Registration window closes tonight. Hull want to loan Nathan Fraser. Is he... He has no real potential. Here's what you can do, Hull. You can take out that and that, and if you give us 200k up front, we'll sell you. And then Hodge, Joe Hodge, Irish guy, central midfield, has some potential. Yeah, you can go out there. As a Chelsea fan, you've always hated Luis. I appreciate that. How much is Kelleher? Kelleher is valued at 16 to 22.5 million, but he's not interested in coming to us. I mean, I would much rather prefer work fully remote, but if the only job I can get is a hybrid solution, then I guess I'll just have to suck it up. Al-Hali spent over 111 million. The Saudi Professional League spent over 405. Jesus Christ. Chelsea and Tottenham spent a combined 578 million. Jesus. Him and Alonso are two of my least favorite players. I wouldn't know Alonso very well. I believe he'll loan him out. You're back to full health. That's good to know. Our squad. Hugo Bueno. Offer via transfer room. Loan. We want you to play as an important player on the left. And then I want to go to my dev center. Under 21s overview. Squad. Alfie Pond, are you any good? Absolutely not. Justin Hubner, are you any good? Absolutely not, but you are Indonesian. So that's kind of cool. Any other center backs? We have Marvin Kedla. No, you're no good. Nigel Lawanjic was someone who who had potential years ago. Has not really made it. And he could do okay as like a cover center back. He's not slow. He can jump. He is, however, weak and not the sharpest tool in the shed. But he could cover if need be. But he's also hurt. So, you know. Gilchrist. Right, are you any good? Your heading's pretty good. You're small, though. You're way too small, I think. You're a good leader, though. Alright, we're going to cancel that. We're instead going to keep scouting him. Hodge is going to QPR. Fine with me. Fuck. We don't have the money to afford Howard Bellis. Ask agent of market interest. You have a wonder kid centre back from Guinea-Bissau. I do love the random players you can get. Let's just get him out of here for 5 million. Just get him out of here. I cannot believe we're still having to deal with this. Delay the transfer? Yes. This guy looks a lot better. Now that we've gotten some more of his ranges, his passing isn't bad. His heading is good. He's got an okay first touch. His mentals are a little bit low in places, but he looks like he could do well, and his physicals are a good, well-rounded option. He's left to join Wigan. Good, he can go out. Anyone in here? Issa Diop, centre back. He's good. He's big. Excuse me. He's big. He's strong. He's not slow. He's got good mentals, and he's not incapable of making a good tackle. How much is he rated for? Okay. Wasn't the right player for us. Rely on him. So we desperately need center backs. Like, I mean this in the way that I desperately need like a lot of things. Morgan's at. I liked this guy. He was looking. He had a lot of potential when he came in. He's also a Wolves academy prospect. He's not from Wolverhampton, I don't believe. No, he's from Stafford. But he does view us as one of his favorite clubs. I could sell his clause and get 2.4 million. New desk arrived. Hell yeah. Congratulations, QG. This guy. Gets 600k from Nottingham Forest. Where are Forest right now? They're 19th with a point, with minus 1 point, so they've won a game. They beat Burnley. Pewing yay or nay? Maybe some old free agents. Maybe. Right, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to save the game here. We're going to end the stream. I'm being recruited to go do some pewing. And I'm fine with that. What I will do is, it's likely that maybe I'll come back early tomorrow for another game. I might stop doing the Space Marine multiplayer for a bit. Just because I think it'd be a good idea to just maybe stick with this for a little while. let us raid this guy. Oh no, he just ended his stream. Oh, that's terrible. Let us find somebody else then. Let's raid this guy. Let's raid. Oh, this guy. Perfect. Another Irish guy. We'll raid this fella. And that means that I will be done for the stream. I think I will shift around my streaming. I think I will end up doing more of this over the Space Marine stuff, because while I enjoy the multiplayer, it doesn't really do well on this channel. So I'll go ahead and move over to that, I think, in the future. So, we will leave it there, and I will see you guys next time.